2016 was an incredible year for movies. So many great films made us laugh, cheer, and scream. Here are our top movies of 2016. Number 10 is Moana. It's easy to be cynical about yet another Disney princess movie, but when they're as well executed as the excellent Moana is, then all that snark easily washes away. The film is a visual standout, just look at these water effects, but outside of the technical sphere, it also delivers in all the ways every great Disney movie should. It's full of heart, full of laughs, and it's got some outstandingly catchy songs that you'll be humming for months.
Every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be.
And while Moana's tale of living her dreams while at the same time fulfilling her responsibilities as a leader resonated strongly with us, special mention must go out to the hardest working man in show business, the most charismatic bag of muscle on the planet, The Rock, also known as Dwayne Johnson. Johnson is outstanding as the demigod Maui, and who knew he could sing?
What can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky?
At number 9 is The Witch, an unnerving horror film that will haunt your thoughts for days after watching it. The film centers around a pilgrim family, banished from their New England settlement and forced to start a new life in a remote area on the edge of a terrifying and ominous forest. Just as they settle into their new environment, the family's youngest child, a newborn, is abducted. Boom! This isn't a film about a monster that steals a baby. What follows is a series of horrors much worse. Goats producing blood when milked, possessed children, and that's only what's in the trailer. Writer-director Robert Eggers creates an immersive world in his debut film that feels unsettling and shrouded by the forces of evil. 8th on our list is Green Room. The movie follows punk band The Ain't Rights as they tour the country with no budget. When the band plays at a skinhead bar and discovers a murder in the Green Room, they become hostages backstage. Patrick Stewart plays the neo-Nazi owner of the club, who is really good at covering his own tracks at any crimes that happen there. The late Anton Yelchin delivers an amazing performance as a musician who has to try to step up and save his bandmates' lives. What's surprising about Green Room is that it takes a huge tonal turn that the audience doesn't see coming, even if they know the plot. While it isn't a horror film, it does more for the genre than any other movie this year. Writer-director Jeremy Saulnier delivers a brilliantly intense thriller that has some real cringe-worthy violent scenes. It does have some gory moments, much like the Saw or Hostel series. However, Green Room has much more well-rounded characters and a cohesive plot.
You're coming.
7th on our list, Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe star as the Nice Guys, a duo who are either the world's best or worst detectives. We're leaning towards the latter. This comedic trip through 1970s LA works mostly because of the undeniable presence from and the chemistry between its two stars.
You're in the pool?
Yeah.
Why?
I had to question the mermaids. What were you doing while I was working?
Writer-director Shane Black creates some extraordinary circumstances for them. The unlikely pair is forced to work together to solve a case where nothing is quite what it seems to be. It's Lethal Weapon with a whole lot more sleaze and slapstick, and it totally worked for us.
Run.
Deadpool owns the 6th spot on this list for a number of reasons. It revolutionized the stale comic book genre and also made us completely forget about this travesty. Wade Wilson is a medical experiment gone wrong, and a comic book movie experiment done right. It broke all the comic book movie cliches to share the story of an explicit, foul-mouthed anti-hero. It's an action-packed, visual stunner, laugh-out-loud funny, and a hell of a good time.
I'm touching myself tonight.
Number 5 is Kubo and the Two Strings. In an age where CG effects can render the visually impossible into a mundane reality, the craftsmanship and patience that a stop-motion film like Kubo requires is absolutely mind-blowing. You never want to take your eyes away from the screen here, and as Kubo himself says in the film,
If you must blink, do it now.
But forget about the outstanding technical achievement that is Kubo. Kubo and the Two Strings made it onto our list of best films of the year because of its wonderful, heartfelt story, which is at once a grand fable and also a deeply personal film about family and relationships. Kubo is the best type of family film, a grand adventure, a rousing tale, all ringing from a place of emotional truth. At number 4 is Captain America: Civil War. Comic book fans have seen heroes fighting other heroes time and time again. It's only natural we'd see the same happen on the big screen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After seeing the Avengers team up to fight incredible odds, they're now fighting for screen time as the foundation of the team begins to crumble. Civil War re-examined the way the Marvel heroes can operate. Instead of following the same formula that worked a dozen times, Marvel Studios tried something different. Even with a movie crammed full of superheroes, they managed to introduce some more.
I'm not done, I'm not... Okay, I'm done.
Number 3 is 10 Cloverfield Lane. The original 2008 Cloverfield was a found-footage monster movie. The story followed 6 characters making their way across New York City. 10 Cloverfield Lane takes a completely different approach. With only 3 cast members and a third-person POV, the majority of the movie happens in the confines of a bomb shelter. The tension was only amped up by having John Goodman thrusting his hips while dancing in front of a jukebox,
You should go shower just in case.
and awkward moments at the dinner table. In a time where movie trailers act as a concise summary of the entire movie, 10 Cloverfield Lane managed to contain plenty of suspense and twists to catch the audiences off guard. The less you know about the plot and the constrictive environment makes this a movie that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Just make sure you're not seated next to someone that's ready to smash a bottle over your head. Number 2 is Rogue One. A movie set in the Star Wars universe seems like a no-brainer. When the movie focuses on a cast of brand new characters, it's a whole new ballgame. Apart from moving away from the familiar heroes we've grown to love, the film shifts the tone we might expect by showing more realistic aspects of an intergalactic war. We've seen nameless rebel troopers shot down and paid little attention to it. Our cast here is on a mission against massive odds and doesn't have the luxury of giant Wookiees or fancy lightsabers to save their butts. There's a nice mix of old and new Star Wars elements. We get to see new planets, characters, and ships set within a familiar time period. The filmmakers have shown that there are other areas of the Star Wars mythos that can be explored outside the saga movies. The tone is a little darker than you might expect, but there is also plenty of humor and hope.
Rebellions are built on hope.
And coming in at number 1, Arrival. This wasn't even debated. The film was amazing, and this was the best looking scene in any film this year. Amy Adams' mixture of fear and interest when she first sets eyes on the aliens was exactly how we would have felt in the same situation. The only difference is we would have in our hazmat suits. Apart from amazing acting and beautiful visuals, this film has an effect on the way you see the world after watching it. As the story progresses, it changes our understanding of the concepts of time, language, and handshakes.
Now that's a proper introduction.
And those are our top movies of 2016. For more movie nerdiness, plus TV and comics, stick with GameSpot Universe. And if you want to stay up to date with all of our movie videos, be sure to subscribe to GameSpot Universe on YouTube. It's GameSpot's permanent home for TV, movies, and comics as of January 3rd. Subscribe now so you never miss a video.